Okay, great. Good evening, everyone. So I can see only two of you in the live chat. What about others? Yeah, so great. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Hello. So we will start a session after 2 minutes. Till that time, we are not able to continue the yesterday session because of some technical issue, guys. So what we will be doing is we will be taking 20 to 25 minute extra. That is up to 9:25. I will try to end the session. Okay. And the next day session also I will take 25 minutes. Okay. So yes, you can get the recording also, right? Yeah. So let's start our session, right, everyone? So without wasting our time, because we have already wasted our time, let's start our session 1 minute. Let me do the setup here, right? Mm, so we have discussed about the variable part, right? We have discussed about what is int, what is char, what is float, and what is double, right, everyone? So today the agenda is what? First, we will be covering the control statement, and in that control statement, we will be discussing about the variable part also, right? So let's start with the control statement, right, everyone? So anyone in the chat who knows why we use control statement, please write in the chat, okay? Why we use control statement? Anyone? To take decision, to control the code, like repetition, okay? So can you guys write in the chat what is the default behavior of a program, like default behavior, whether it is in which order the code execute? So what happens? We have control statement. So the default behavior control statement here, right? Yeah. So the default behavior is what? Sequential in order, right? Default behavior is what? Sequential in order here, right? That is, first it will start from public static void main, right? After that, it will go inside the public static void main method, and from here it will execute line by line. That is one line, second line, third line. Like this, it will execute in sequential order. But there can be a case where we have to skip a part of a code, right? Or there can be a case where I have to execute the same logic or code again and again. Or there can be a case where I have to jump from one part of a code to another part of a code, right? So in order to tackle these many cases, what we have to use? We have to use control statement here, right? So if I have to skip a part of a code on the basis of a condition, then which control statement I have to use? I have to use selection statement here. Okay, selection statement. And selection statement are what? That is your if else if, and nested if, right? And switch case. So this will be the skip wala part. And if you want to again the same logic or the same code again and again, then you have to use iterative statement here. Okay, iterative statement are what? The loop part, that is your for loop, while loop, do while loop. Okay, everyone. And the jump is what? When you have to jump from one part of a code to another part, okay, or you have to move out of the loop, then you can use jump statement. Okay, so you have return, okay, you have break, continue here, right? So let's start with the selection statement first, right? So selection statement here. So we have multiple selection statement, that is, we have if else, we have if else if, we have nested if, okay, we have switch case, right everyone? Switch case. So let's start with the first one, that is if else, right? So can you guys write in the chat when I can use if else? If else. Till that time I'm writing the syntax, okay? Please write in the chat in which problem statement, in which scenario I can use if else, okay? So the syntax is, we have to use if keyword, after that round bracket, and inside the round bracket I have to write conditions, okay? And this condition can be one or many, okay? Multiple conditions here, right? Depends on the situation. After that you have what? You have the body of if, and after that you have the else part. In the else part you have the body of else here, right? For more than one statement I'm giving condition, okay? Testing. So guys, we can use if else when I have two options available, okay? Very important point, two options available, and among these two options I have to choose one option, okay? I have to choose only one option. Then I can go with the if else conditional statement, okay? If else selection statement here, right? So let's try to understand this with the help of example, right? So what I want to like vote, okay? I want to like, I have to create a program, write a program to check whether person is eligible to vote or not, right? To check whether person is eligible to vote or not, right? To vote or not here. And the condition is what? Condition is कि hey, the age should be greater than equal to 18, then the person is eligible to vote, and I have to print eligible to vote on the output screen, right? So here either I can print eligible to vote, right, or I can print not eligible to vote here, right? So either I can print this part or I can print this part, okay? So I have two options available and I have to choose one option among them, right? So this is the first option and this is the second one, right? And what is the condition here? On which basis I have to do? I have to choose on this basis here, right? Either this one, either this one. If the condition is true, then I have to print this one. If the condition is false, then I have to print this one here, right? So let's try to do this program here. Let's create a file here, right? If else, if else dot java here, right? Yeah. So after that, what I will do? Let's copy the code here and paste it here, right? So let's remove this part from, and what I have a variable that is having the age of a person, right? Let's assume the age is 25, okay? In the next section we will be seeing like how we can take input from the user, okay? So int age is equal to 25. After that, what I have to do? I have to write a condition here, that is, hey, ki if age is greater than equal to 18, right? Then what I will do? I will print system.out dot println. What I will print here? Eligible to vote, right? Else what I will do? I will print person is not eligible to vote, right everyone? Simple. So person is not eligible to vote here, right? Yeah. So let's run the code here, right? Let's see what output I will get here. Clear the screen And so what I have to do, I have to use Java C, and if else dot Java here, right? Yeah. So the program is compiled successfully, and now I have to run the code, right? So in order to run the code, I have to use Java, and after that, the name of the class, right? The name of the class is what? Okay, let's change the name of the class here, right? It is if else, right? Here and here. Let's run the code again, and now let's run the this one, right? Java if else, right? So here you can see I'm getting eligible to vote on the output screen here, right? Why I'm getting eligible to vote on the output screen? Because the condition is true. That means if the condition is true, I will move inside the body of if. If the condition is false, what I will do? I will skip the if part. I will move to the else part, right, everyone? So here, what is happening? This one. So everything is dependent on the condition, right? So if the condition is true here, let's increase the font size also, right? Okay, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. Here, right? So we have what? This part. So if the condition is true here, this part, right? If the condition is true, I will move inside the body of if. I will execute the code, right? This part of the code is getting executed, and this part of the code will get skipped, right? And if the condition is false, what will happen? If the condition is false, then we will skip this part of the code, and the else part will get executed, right, everyone? So this is a simple if else, right? So let's move to the next problem statement, right? To understand if else if, right? So how to give user input? Okay, we will be discussing about the user input in the next session. Okay, Pragna? Statement. Okay, so let's take one more example to understand if else if later. Okay, so here let's first discuss about the if else if part. That is if else if here, right? Can you guys write in the chat in which scenario I can use if else if? Please write in the chat. Okay, till that time I'm writing the syntax here, right? So syntax is, you have if keyword, okay, after that you have condition, and here condition 1. Okay, let's assume condition 1 you have, and here body of first if. Okay, after that else if, condition 2, body of second if here, right? Similarly you have else if condition 3, right? And you have body of third if, right? And likewise you can have multiple if else if condition here, right? At last we have else part, body of else, right? So on the problem statement, on the situation, you have to use multiple if else if part. Okay, and how the execution happen here? So here for the first time it will check the first condition. If condition 1 is true, what will happen? It will execute the code of the if block. After executing this code, it will skip the remaining part. Okay, it will skip the remaining code here after executing the first one. So this is the first case. And what will happen if, let's assume condition 1 is false, then what will happen? It will go to the, like, it will skip this part of the code, and after skipping this part of the code it will move to the next else if. It will check the condition again. Let's assume again the condition is false. So again the condition is false, what will happen? It will again skip this part of the code and again move to the next condition, that is this condition. Let's assume this time the condition is true. It will execute, it will execute. The moment the condition is true, it will execute that particular if block, and after executing that particular if block, it will skip the remaining part, right? This is the behavior of if else if, right everyone? Anyone has any doubt in this part, please write in the chat. Yeah. So let's take one example. Okay, let's try to understand that part with the help of a example here, right? Okay. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Yeah. So what we have to do now? We have to create a. Let's take a practical example here, right? Write a program to, okay, to create a simple ATM machine. Okay, to create a ATM machine here. So basically, what we do in the ATM machine, this is the ATM machine we have, right? ATM machine we have, and in the ATM machine we have two options, right? So the first option is what? Option one. So repeat it. Mm, so okay, who is saying? So what you are not able to understand in this part, please write in the chat. Okay, simple, right? So what is the basic key point of if else if? It will check the condition. Okay, it will check the first condition, second condition, and the moment condition is getting true, the moment the condition is true, what will happen? It will execute that particular if block, okay, and it will skip the remaining if else if ladder. Okay, this is a flow of if else if. And if you are asking about the problem statement here, so yeah, so now it is clear, right? So in the problem statement we have to design a ATM machine and we have two options, right? So either the person can add money to the current balance, or the person can subtract money from the current balance, right everyone? That is either the person can credit or debit, right? So if the person is choosing option one, so what can happen? Let's assume he has to add. Okay, option one tends to add means credit, right? Credit amount. So if he is clicking on option one, then he can add money to the current balance, right? So if I will take one example, let's assume 5,000 rupees is the initial amount in the initial amount, like is the current balance. Okay, let's assume this is the current balance here, and if he is adding 2,000 rupees, then the total amount in the bank is what? It will be 5,000 plus 2,000, that is 7,000 rupees. This is the first case, right? When we are adding amount to the current balance, right? The second case is what? Option two. If the person is clicking on option two, that means he has to subtract, right? Subtract means he has to debit. Okay, so in the debit part, there will be again a condition check, right? That is, if the amount is insufficient, right? If the amount is insufficient in the bank, that is, let's assume the current account balance is what? Let's assume the current account balance is 5,000 rupees. Okay, and the person is asking for 10,000 rupees. Okay, he wants to debit 10,000 rupees from the bank balance, but the balance is what? 5,000 rupees. It is not possible, right? Because 10,000 is greater than the current balance. So what I have to print? I have to print insufficient fund on the output screen, right? And if the amount is not greater than the current balance, okay, then what I will do? I will debit the amount. That is, from 5,000 rupees, I will subtract the amount that person wants to debit, right? So let's assume person wants to debit 3,000 rupees. So what will happen? 2,000 rupees is left in the 2,000 rupees is left in the current balance. So what I have to do after performing the operation, I have to print the current balance on the output screen. Everyone is clear with the question part, guys? Please write in the chat. Yes or no? Question is clear. And there will be the third case also, that is option 3. Option 3 is what? If the person is has not chosen option 1 and option 2, that means you have to print incorrect choice. Okay, invalid choice. You can print like this, invalid choice here, right? Yeah. So the problem statement is clear, right? So we have what? We have the first part. Okay, if you will see the diagram, you can see this is the first part that we have. That is, we have three options available and I have to choose only one option among them. Right, everyone? So again, what can happen? If I will move to the previous slide here, this one, right? So here you can observe one thing, right? We can use if else if when I have multiple options available. Okay, multiple options available, and I have to choose only one option among them. Only one option among them. Then I can go with the if else if I have two options available and I have to choose only one option among them, then I have to go with if else. If I have more than two options available and I have to choose one option among them, then I will go with if else if. So in the diagram here, this diagram here, you have more than two options. So if else is not possible, so here what I have to do, I have to use if else if, right? So this part I can handle with the help of if else if. Right, everyone? So the first part is clear. This is simple math. I can do the simple math here, right? That is the addition one. And now in option 2, again I have two options available. Okay, again I have two options available and I have to choose one option among them. Two options available and I have to choose one option among them. So what I will do, guys, I will use if else if or I will use if else for this part. Please write in the chat. To handle the subtract part, to handle the debit part, I will use if else if or I will use if else if. Sorry, I will use if else or I will use if else if selection statement to handle this part. Please write in the chat. Let's see. The question is clear? Correct. So since I have two options available and I have to choose only one option among them, what I will do? I will use if else here. Right, everyone? So everything is clear, right? So let's try to code this part, right? Yeah. So here I will create a new file, that is ATM machine, okay, dot java, and yeah. So here let's start the code part, right? So first what I will do, first I will write a message, right? First I will write a message ki hey system dot out dot println, which option to choose, right? System dot out dot println, and here I will write ki please choose one, okay, please select one, okay, like select one to add, that is credit, and to debit, right? To subtract here, that is debit here, right? That is debit here. After doing this part, what I will do, so select one to add and two to subtract, right? After that I will create a variable to store the current balance, right? So here the current balance here, okay, and let's say ki hey, the current balance, the initial balance in my bank account is 5,000 rupees. And after that what I will do, I will write a check. If I will first take a variable, right? Int option one, please give me 1 minute, okay, please give me 1 minute. So now what I want to take the input from the user at this point, right? I want to take the input from the user. So what I will do, anyone knows how to take input from the user in Java? Please write in the chat. Okay, please write in the chat how I can take input from the user. Anyone? Correct. So what I need a scanner, right? I have to use scanner class, right? So here I have to use scanner. Let me first write the syntax here, right? Scanner sc is equal to new scanner, and here I will write system dot in, right? And yeah, okay, it is correct, right? Okay, yeah. So here in Java we have to use this scanner class, right? So here we can see we have like multiple things, multiple new thing here, right? So this one, right? So what happens? Let's try to understand that part, right? So here you have the keyboard, right? You have this computer, and here you have the keyboard, right? Where you type something, right? So the moment you will type something, what will happen? That something will get stored in the buffer. Okay, that something will get stored in the buffer. After that, let's assume you want the data. Okay, you want the data in input format, or you want the data, sorry, not input, you want the data in integer format, or you want the data in character format, or you want the data in like float or double format, right? So in order to get the data in integer format or character format or float format, we have to use a function. Okay, we have to use a function, and that function is already written by someone, right? That function is already written by someone here. So that function is defined inside a class. That class is scanner class, and inside that class you have a function that is next int. Okay, to take the input from the user and convert that input into integer format, right? Similarly, there is a function to take the float one, to take the double one. Okay, so here we have that function. Okay, so let's try to see that part also. So 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. Yeah, next int. Okay, scanner, right? Scanner method. Let's write scanner method. Okay, here. So here you can see that part, right? Here, this part. So here you can see we have these all many functions, that is next boolean if you have to take boolean value from the user, right? Similarly, I have next byte if we want a byte data from the user, double, float, int, right? So if you want a string value, you can use next line. If you want a long value, you can use next long. Okay, everyone. So here, let's move to this one, right? So here next int, next float, okay, next double. Like this, you have function that are defined inside a class scanner, right, everyone? And in the first session, we have understood that part ki, hey, access the in order to access the data member and member function of a class, data member and member function of a class, that is in order to access the properties and behavior of a class, what I have to do, I have to create a object, right? I have to create a object. With the help of the object, I can access the data member and member function, right? Everyone is clear till this point, yes or no? Okay, anyone has any doubt in the class and object part? It is like you can relate like your this one real life example also, right? You have the design of a mobile phone, right? You have the design of a mobile phone, that is it has some RAM, right? It has the touch screen, it has the brand, right? It has the calling feature, it has a messaging feature, right? So this is the general design of a mobile phone. But in order to use these properties and these behavior, you have to buy a mobile phone, right? You have to buy an iPhone, or you have to buy some Redmi or Realme phone, right? So this is what? This is your object. This is your object. Similarly here also, yeah, in order to fetch the data from the buffer and convert that data into integer or character or float, you have to first create a object. And in order to create a object, you can see what we are doing. We are writing scanner. Scanner is a class where all the methods are defined. After that, this is the reference variable here. 1 minute. This is the reference variable. With the help of this reference variable, I can access all the method. Okay, that is, I can write like this: sc dot next int to call the next int method that is defined inside the scanner class. Similarly, I can write like this: sc dot, with the help of dot operator, I can call any method that is defined inside the scanner class, that is next float here, like this, right? It is clear. After that, in the first session and in the second session also, I have told you one thing, right? We are 3 person, right? Here. So again, let's go back to the previous example. That is, here we have Chandru. Okay, Chandru is here. Chandru is here, right? And he's super rich. Okay, he is super rich here, right? And he want to build a house. So first he will go to the architecture, right? And architecture will do the design part. Okay, that is, he will create the blueprint according to the requirement of the Chandru, right? Blueprint or template. And after that, he will, like, Chandru will go to the carpenter, right? Carpenter here, carpenter and the worker. That this group of people will do what? They will create the house, right? And Chandru will say, hey, now I will use the properties and behavior of the house. This is what? This is your object. This is the class. Okay. And in the first session, we have discussed, hey, this is the client that will tell you the requirement. You are the programmer. Okay. You will create the design. After creating the design, in order to use the functionality, in order to use the behavior of that design, you have to create the object. And that object is created by JVM, right? That object is created by JVM. And in order to tell JVM ki, hey, you have to create the object, you have to use new keyword. Okay. You have to use what? You have to use this new keyword. New keyword. And after that, this is what? This is a constructor part. With the help of this line, what we are doing? We are allocating memory, allocation of memory to this object. Okay, allocation of memory to this object. Everyone is clear? So we are allocating memory to this object. Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Everyone is clear till this point? Related to the certificate, related to the assignment, please ask at the end of the session. Okay. Anyone has any doubt in the class object, why we are using this scanner SC and everything? Yeah, please write in the chat. Syntax is clear, right? So Chandru, you are not able to understand. You are making the house, like you're super rich, right? So like what you are not able to what you are not able to understand, Chandru? At what point? Like you got the idea? What is, why we are creating the object, Chandru? Object is clear, right? So here, this part. So if I will come here, in order to, like, yeah, so we are typing something, that something will get stored inside the buffer. In order to get the integer format or character format, I have to use the method that are already defined inside the scanner class. And in order to use the method, I have to create the object. In order to create the object, first I have to write the name of the class, that is scanner. After that, the reference variable. This reference variable can be any name. Okay, by tradition we use, in practice we use SC, so most of the time we use SC. Here you can write anything. Okay, after that you have the new scanner, and here you are writing system.in. Okay, so basically this is the part that is allocating memory, that is giving, like, that is allocating memory. And how it is doing? With the help of JVM. Chandu, now it is clear? Yeah, so what you are not able to understand? So now let's move to the next part. So what I will do now, I got the object. And now with the help of the reference variable, I want the data in the integer format. So I will write sc.nextInt. Right, everyone? I will write sc.nextInt, and what it will do, it will take the data from the buffer, convert the data to the integer format, and it will return the integer data. And in order to store the data somewhere, what we will do, we will take the help of the variable, right? So we are saying ki, hey, please store the data, integer data, into option variable, right? Till this point everyone is clear, and we know this option will occupy 4 bytes inside the computer memory, right, everyone? Because this is of integer data type. Please write in the chat if it is clear. Anyone has any doubt till this point? Okay, yeah. So basically, if I will move to the this part right here. So here, guys, here you can see, like, we are using the scanner class, right? And we are creating the reference, and we are using new scanner. Okay, everything is clear, right? After that, here this scanner class, right? This scanner class, here this scanner class is inside a package. Okay, this scanner class is inside the package, and that package is what? Java.lang package. Okay, so in order to access the scanner class, I have to import this package like this. Here you can see, in order to access the scanner class, what we are doing, we are importing the package here. Okay, and package is what? Package is a folder. Okay, let's you can say like a folder here, and in this folder you have multiple class, that is this util folder here. And 1 minute, yeah. So we have what? We have the package, that is the util package. Okay, inside this util folder, you can assume like a folder. Okay, inside this util folder you have multiple folder, that is a scanner folder. Like this you have like multiple folder here. Okay, inside this scanner, the code of scanner class is written. Inside the scanner you have the code of next line, next int, and everything is written. In order to use those method, you have to use the object. Okay, you have to create the object here. So now let's move to the next part, that is, yeah. So let's copy this one, right? So what I will do, first I will import here, and this one, right? Let's change the name also, that is ATM machine here, right? And after that, yeah. So if here I will now write a check, right? We have 3 check, that is, if option is equal to 1, that means I have to add something, right? So here I will print a message. Let's print a message here, right? So here I will write ki, hey, please enter the amount you want to add, right? Please enter the amount you want to add, right? That is credit. After that, what I will do? So I will create one variable to store the amount from the user, right? So in order to store the amount from the user, what I will do first? I will write a first I will declare a variable, that is int amount. And after declaring a variable, what I will do? I will use like the user will input something, right? With the help of the keyboard, the user will input something, and that something will get stored inside the buffer. And we want the data in the integer format. So what I will do? I will use the object, that is, I will use the reference variable sc, and with the help of sc, what I will do? I will call next int, right? So this will give me the data in the integer format. And what I will do? I will store the data inside the amount variable, right? Amount variable here. And here After storing the amount, I got the amount from the user. Okay, and here I will do what? I will add the amount to the current balance. That is, we have the current balance, and to the current balance I will add the amount from the user, and whatever result I will get, I will store the result again in the same balance, right? Again in the same storage. So here current balance is equal to current balance plus amount. This is the if part. I will move to the else if part, and in the else if part I will write option is equal to 2. And if this will be the case, then what I will do, I will again print a message. Okay, here. Hey, please enter the amount you want to debit, right? That is subtract here. Yeah. And after that, again, the same thing. I have to take input from the user. So I will do what? I will create a variable. And in that variable, I will use next in method to take the input from the user, right? And after that, here I will write a check. Ki, hey, if amount is greater than your current balance, then it is not possible to subtract the amount, right? It is not possible to debit the amount. So what I will do, I will write a system.out message here, that is insufficient fund. Okay, if you're not able to understand any part of the code, please write in the chat. Okay, but it is self-explanatory, right? Insufficient fund. So here I have printed insufficient fund, and if this condition is not true, that means the amount is less than equal to current balance. So here what I will do, I will move to the else part, and in the else part what I will write, I will write current balance minus the amount, right? And whatever result I will get, that result I will store inside the current balance again, right? Yeah, and we are done with the part. Now here, right? So this is a if condition, this is else if condition, and now we will move to the else part. That is the third condition, that is option. Like if the user is not pressing 1 or 2, that means he is pressing some invalid key, right? So here I will write invalid choice, right? System dot out dot println invalid choice. Okay, let's save the code here and let's run the code, right? Let's see what output I will get. And yeah, let's print the actual amount also, right? After doing everything, I will print the actual amount also, that is system dot out dot println, and here the current balance. Okay, here the current balance, and here I will write current balance here, right? Yeah, like this. So here you can see, if I have to print some English statement, I have to use double quote, and if I have to print some variable, the data from the variable, what I have to use, I have to just write the name of the variable, right? And in order to use the English statement and the variable part at the same time, I have to use plus operator to concatenate both the thing. Okay, everyone. So let's save the code here and let's run the code, right? Let's see what output I will get now. Clear the screen and compile the code. Java C. We know we have the Java C compiler, right? And after that, we will write the name of the file, that is ATM MACHIN and dot Java here, right? So the moment I will compile the code, what will happen? We will get a class file, right? And in order to execute that class file, what I have to do, I have to use Java keyword, and after that the name of the class. The name of the class is what? ATM machine, right? So here this one, and let's run the code, right? Yeah. So the moment I run the code, what happens? Here it is asking for the option, please select 1 to add or 2 to subtract, right? So let's add the amount, right? 1. So the moment I have written 1, here it is asking, hey, please enter the amount you want to add. Let's add 7,000 rupees. Okay. So here you can see we are getting the current balance as 12,000 rupees. That is 7,000 rupees plus 5,000 initial balance. Right, everyone? Let's run the code again. Let's see. Yeah. Again run the code. This time I'm selecting 2, right? So this time it is asking, hey, please enter the amount you want to subtract, right? So let's enter the amount. We know the initial balance is what? We know the initial balance is what? 5,000 rupees. So let's subtract 11,000 rupees. Okay, 11,000 rupees. Let's see what output I will get. So I am getting insufficient fund and there is no deduction in the current balance. Why? Because you will move to the option number 2. In the option number 2, the amount value is 11,000 rupees, and here at line number 20, 11,000 is greater than 5,000 rupees. Okay, so I am printing this statement, right? I am not executing this code. Yeah, everyone is clear till this point? Anyone has any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay, so here you can see we have discussed this part also, that is if else if part also, and inside else if part you can see we have nested if else. So we have discussed both the part, that is if else if part also, and how we can use nested if, right? Yeah, so everyone is clear, right? So let's move to the next topic, that is switch case, right? Yeah, anyone please write in the chat what is switch case. Switch case, and you know anything about any, like any point you know about switch case? No one? So till that time I'm writing the syntax here, right? So the syntax is what? You have to use a switch keyword, and after that here you have the expression, and after that curly bracket, here you have case, and in the case you have expression 1. Okay, and here you have the body part, and in the body part here you have some line of codes, and at the end you have the break keyword. Okay, you have the break keyword. Similarly, you have case expression 2, you have the some line of code, and after that again break keyword here, right? Similarly, expression 3 here, and again you have some line of code, and at the end you have this break keyword, and at the end you have the default. Like this you can have multiple cases, and at the end you have default case, right? And the default case is similar to the else part, right? Else part here. Brainstorm after the session. I will try to paste the code in the comment part. Okay, you can access from there. Okay, so here when I can use switch case, anyone please write in the chat in which scenario I can use switch case. Like I know if I have to use if else, I have two options available and I have to choose one option among them. If I'm in that situation, I have to use if else. If I have a scenario where I have multiple options available and I have to choose one option among them, then I can use if else if. But when I can use switch case? Correct. Multiple cases, right? So here you can use switch case when you have multiple options available, that is more than two options available, and you have to choose one option among them. Choose one, then you can use switch case, right? But we have discussed that part, right? We have discussed that part key. This part we can achieve with the help of if else also, if else if also, right? This part I can achieve with the help of if else if. Then why I should use switch case? Anyone please write in the chat. Code looks clean with switch case. Correct. So here once told us a good point here. Once is telling us ki, hey, if you are using switch case, then you have more structured code, right? Structured code. This is this is the point. But what is the main point then? To switch from one. Okay, great. Yeah. For too many choices. So for too many choices, I can use if else if also, right? Why switch case then? Okay, anyone? So guys, here the first point is the structured code. Okay, you are getting the clean code. This is a good point. And after that, here this expression part is having some limitations. This expression part can accept only integer values, character values, okay, or some like a constant value, okay, or some constant value. This expression part will not receive any float, okay, any double value. This is not possible in switch case. This is the first point. Okay. The second point is here, if you have a range, if you have to check a condition in a range, let's assume you have to check whether Chandru, right? Chandru is buying a house, right? And he has a budget of 1 crore rupees. Okay, let's assume 1 crore rupees to 2 crore rupees. So here he has to buy a house in this range. So like he has multiple multiple plan. Okay, he can buy a house between 1 crore to 1 crore 20 lakh, 1 crore 20 lakh to 1 crore 40 lakh, 1 crore 40 lakh to 1 crore 60 lakh. So if you have multiple range and you have to choose only one range, then it is not possible to do in switch case. Okay, you have to use, it is possible, but it will make the code more lengthy. So always go with the if else if part. If you have multiple range condition and you have to choose only one condition among them. Okay, and apart from that, this break keyword is optional. Okay, here this break keyword is optional. This part you can use the break keyword, and it is up to you how you want to execute, how you want to control the flow of switch case. It is up to you. Okay, but this part is optional. When I am doing the code, then you will get the clear understanding how this behave. Okay, Mohammed, related to the attendance, we will be discussing at the end. Okay, everyone is clear till this part? Everyone is clear till this part, yes or no? Please write in the chat if it is clear. Yeah. And like if you have nested conditions, if you have lot of nested conditions, try to choose if else if. Okay. Try to choose if else if part. Let's do one code here. The code is simple. I think most of you have done that code. That is, you have uh, this one, right? Write a program to take input from the user. Okay. Or you will get the month value, and what you have to do, you have to print the month name on the output screen, right? So if I am giving 3, then the output should be March, right? Like this. If I'm giving 1, one, yeah. So if I'm giving 1, then the output should be what? It should be, yeah, it should be January, right? So let's move to the coding part, right? Yeah. Yeah. So here we have to create a new folder, that is switch case. Okay. Dot Java, right? And what I will do, let's copy this code here. Okay. This one, and let's remove this part, right? So here I will take the month value. Let's take the month value here. That is int month is equal to, let's assume 4. Okay. After that, I have to write switch keyword, and in the switch block, I have to write the expression, right? Here the expression is what? This month. value, right? And after that I have to use case, that is if the month value is equal to the value 1, then what I will do, I will print January here, right? That is system dot out dot println, and here I will print what? I will print January here. After that I will use break keyword, right? Break keyword here. And similarly I will do for the remaining one, right? That is for case 2, case 3 and case 4 here, right? So this will be the case 2 part, case 3 part and case 4, right? So here we will have Feb and March, okay, and similarly we have the April one, right? And similarly let's copy this one. So we have 5, 6, okay, 7. So I'm not writing all the cases till 8 I'm writing, okay? So January, February, March, April, and here May, June, okay, July, and we have August, right? So let's save the code, right? Let's write the default case also, right? That is default here, okay, and here we have this one, that is invalid option, okay. So now what will happen? Let's save the code, right? Let's see. So if I'm giving the month value as 4, what will happen here, guys? It will here, right? It will first the value of month is what? 4 here. So it will first check the first case, right? The first case value is what? 1. 4 is equal to 1. No, 4 is not equal to 1. What will happen? We will skip this part of the code, right? After skipping this part of the code, I will move to the next case. The next case value is what? 2. 4 is equal to 2. Again, this is not true. I will skip this part of the code. 4 is equal to 3. Again, this is not true. I will skip this part of the code. I will move to the next code. That is next case. 4 is equal to 4. This time it is true. The moment the case value is true, I will execute the code. That is April will get printed on the output screen. After printing April, I will execute this line, break keyword. The moment break keyword will get executed, that means break keyword is saying ki, hey, please move out of switch case ladder. Okay, switch case ladder here. So the moment this line will get executed, you will not execute the remaining cases here, right, everyone? So that's why April will get printed on the output screen. Let's see that part, right? Okay, let's try to run the code and let's try to see what output I will get. Here we have this code and this one, right? Clear the screen, compile the code, that is Java C, switch, okay, switch case here, right? Yeah, let's save the code, and here we are having switch case dot Java here, right? So let's run the code, right? Let's see. Okay, compiled successfully. Now Java switch case here, right? Okay, so we are getting April on the output screen, correct? No issue till this point, right? What will happen if I will try to remove break from here? Okay, break from here. Please write in the chat what output I will get now. Break from here, break from here. Okay, yeah, this line, and the month value is again 4. What output I will get? This one, and this one, right? So I have removed break from case 1 to case 6. Okay, and let's save the code. Now if the value of month is 4, what output I will get, guys? all the month will get printed. Okay, anyone? All the statement may print case 1. So here the question is clear. If the value of month is equal to 4 and I have removed break from case number 1 to case number 6, what output I will get now? Okay, so here let's try to run the code and then see what output I will get. Okay, from January to April, from January to, okay, no, I'm not like no one is correct till now. Okay, it will start from April. Chandu, like Chandru is correct, but Chandru, like from where to where? Okay, 4 month will with the default. Okay, May, June, July. Okay, let's run the code. Okay, yeah. So Perv is correct here. So let's run the code. That is compile the code and clear the screen, and after that this one. So we are getting answer from April to July, right? We are getting answer from April to July. Let's see. Let's dial on the code and let's see why I'm getting this behavior, right? So here what will happen? Yeah, this one. So first the value of month is what? 4. 1 is equal to 4. No, it is false. The first condition is false here. So what will happen, guys? It will not execute the first case. It will skip the first case and it will move to the skip this part because the condition is not true. It will move to the second case. The second case value is what? 1 is equal to okay, the 1 is equal to sorry, 4 is equal to 2. Okay, so again the case value is false, right? So again it will not execute this part of the code. Again it will skip, right? It will move to the next case. 4 is equal to 3. Again it is false. That means it will skip this part of the code, right? After that it will move to the next case, that is 4 is equal to 4. The moment this case is true, the value of like this case expression is true, what will happen? It will execute this part now, right? It will execute this part of the code. After executing this part of the code, it will move to the next line. Here I am not having any break keyword. That means it will move to, like, after getting the condition as true, it will execute the remaining line till the point I am not getting the break keyword. Okay, so that means here I am not having the break keyword. So now irrespective of the condition, irrespective of condition, okay, it execute the remaining cases, the remaining cases till the point, okay, till it encounter break keyword here, right? Break, or move out of switch case ladder, move out of switch case ladder here, right? So what happens here? It will execute this one, so that's why May will get printed on the output screen. After that, again I am not having any break keyword. It will move to the next case irrespective of the condition. Execute the body of the case. June will get printed on the output screen. Again it will move to the next line, no break keyword. Irrespective of the condition, it will move to the next line. It will execute July on the output screen. After executing this, it will get the break keyword. The moment it is getting the break keyword, we know the working of break keyword, right? It will do what? It will move out of the switch case ladder now, right? So that's why we are getting answer from April to July on the output screen. Anyone has any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay, yeah. So if a case matches, then remaining will also get printed. Yeah, Mohammed, it is correct. Your observation is correct. The moment one case is true, it will execute the remaining case till the point it is not getting any break keyword, or till the point it is not moving out of the switch case ladder. Everyone is clear? Yes or no? Please write in the chat. Okay, I will like share the code also, right? Both the code. After that, I will take a 5 to 10 minutes more, okay, and we will do a small discussion on the loop, okay, and after that we will end our session, right? So the next thing is what? Iterative statement. We have covered the switch case and like we have covered the iterative selection statement. Now let's move to the iterative statement, okay. iterative statement here. Anyone knows what is this iterative statement? Like we have discussed this part, right? When I have to execute part of a code again and again, part of a code or logic again and again, then I can use iterative statement. We have three iterative statement, that is for, while, and do while. Right, everyone? Do while. So let's discuss about the while loop today, and tomorrow with the help of project I will discuss the for loop and do while loop. Okay, so here let's discuss about the while loop. Okay, let's start with the while loop. So here the let's write the syntax, right? Syntax is simple. You have to use the while keyword. After that you have the condition part here, right? You have the condition part and the curly bracket here, and inside the curly bracket you have the body part, right? And outside of the while keyword you have a part that is the initialization part, right? Initialization part, initialization part. And inside the body you are having the updation part, right? Updation part. So what I am like this is a syntax. Okay, let's try to understand with the help of a problem statement. Okay, so what I want to print number from 1 to 5, right? So first thing is what you are saying ki, hey, since I have to print number from 1 to 5, you can use system.out.println 5 times. It is good, you can use that part, right? But if you have to print 1000 times, it is not possible to write system.out.println 1000 times, right? It will make your code more bulkier, more complex, and it is very difficult to debug also, right? So here we can use loop. Why? Because we have to execute a print statement, that is system.out.println, and here number, right? Some number here. How many times? Some n number of times, right? N number of times. So I have to execute this part of the code, this logic, and here just one thing is changing, the number value is getting changed, right? So I can use loop here, right? So how I can use this while loop? I have the initialization part, I have the condition part, and I have the body part, right? So here, yeah. So here guys, in the initialization part, when you're writing the initialization part, think of the point from where you have to start the execution, right? So initialization part is what? Initialization part, right? Initialization part. Let me write the correct spelling also, right? Initialization part. So here, what will be the main thing you have to think? What will be the main point you have to think? From what point you have to start the loop? Okay, starting point here. From our case, since I have to print number from 1 to 5, okay, our starting point is what? 1. So I got the starting point 1. So what I will do, I will create a variable and initialize that variable with the starting point. That is, let's create a variable int I is equal to 1 here. Okay, after doing this part, this is the first part, that is I got the starting point. After that I have to think of the condition, right? I have to think of the condition. Condition is what guys? Condition is what? You can think of the condition as a point, okay, when you have to stop. Okay, that is how many times you want to execute the body of loop. How many times you want to execute the body of loop, right? Body of loop. So here you are saying what? Here I want to execute the body of the loop 5 times, and this is my starting point, right? So what I will write here in the condition, I will write ki, hey, till the time the value of I, till the time the value of I is less than equal to 5, till that time I will execute the body of while loop, right everyone? I will execute the body of while loop. After that, here you have to write some body, right? Here you have to write the body part. And what body I want? I want to print the value of I, right? I want to print 1 2 3 4 5. So here I will write system.out.println, and here I will write I, right? After writing the logic, you have to update, you have to perform the updation part also, right? So after the first iteration, after executing for the first time, what will be the updated value of I? You are saying ki, hey, after 1 I want to print 2, so what I will do, I will increment the value of I by 1, that is I is equal to I plus 1, right? So this will be the updation part here, right? This will be the updation part here. So we got the solution, that is what I will do, I will write int yeah, so I will write int I is equal to 1, that is the initialization part. I will write the while keyword because I have to execute some part of the code again and again. I less than equal to 5, true, not true here, yeah, this one, condition part. And here what I will do, I will print I value on the output screen, right? After that I have to write the updation part, that is I is equal to I plus 1, right? And this will be my answer. After doing this part, what is the difference between initialization and declaration? Okay, so basically, yeah, so let's take one moment and understand that part also. So what is declaration, guys? If you are declaring a variable, let's assume I have to declare an integer variable, so I will write int and I will write the name of the variable, that is num. So this is what, this is a declaration of variable, right? Declaration of variable. And after that, if I am writing num is equal to 10, this is what I am initializing a value to a variable, right everyone? So this is declaration and initialization. Yeah, so let's move to this part. So after writing the code, again, after writing any loop iterative statement, after using any iterative statement, you have to dry run the code. Okay, if you are complete beginner, try to dry run the code. If you are like beginner, like I have solved a lot of questions, then also after writing the code, I dry run the code in order to see whether I have written the correct logic or not. Okay, and if you are not, if you have not written the correct logic, then after dry running, you will get the answer ki, hey, why, like at what point you have done some mistake. Okay, so let's draw the dry run table also, right? So again, when I am drawing the dry run table, that is dry run table. Dry run table means you are executing the code manually. Okay, this is what, execution of code manually. Okay, manually executing the code, right? So how I can write the dry run table here? For writing the dry run table, most of the time what happens, you have the initialization part, condition part, and updation part, right? Most of the time. So here what I will do, let's write the output wala part. Okay, and I have the initialization part. Initialization part is, guys, what, I is equal to 1 here, right? I is equal to 1 here, this is my initialization. After writing the initialization, sorry, after writing the initialization, I have the condition part, that is I is less than equal to 5. After doing that, I have the updation part, that is I is equal to I plus 1, right? So these all things I have. So let's start the code, right? So first what will happen, this line will get executed. So what will happen, I is equal to 1, 1 will get initialized to a variable I. So here 1. Okay, after doing that part, you will move to the condition. Condition will be checked, that is 1 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. The moment condition is true, you will move inside the body of while loop. You will move inside the body of while loop and you will execute the code of the body. Here, what is the line written? System.out.println, the value of I. The value of I is what? 1. So 1 will get printed on the output screen. After printing 1 on the output screen, you will move to the next line, that is I is equal to I plus 1, right? So what is happening here, you are incrementing the value of I by 1. So here the previous value of I is 1, 1 plus 1 is what, 2, right? So this is the updated value of I. After executing this line, you will again go to the condition part. Okay, you will again go to the condition part and again the condition will be checked, that is the value of I is what, 2. 2 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true. The moment condition is true, what will happen, you will move inside the body. You will move inside the body part. Again you will execute what, this line, that is 2 will get printed on the output screen and you will update the value of I. That is I is equal to, the previous value is what, 2 plus 1, 3, right everyone? So after executing this line, again you will go to the condition. This condition will be checked again, and 3 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true, 3 will get printed on the output screen, and you are incrementing the value of 5. That is 3 plus 1 is what, 4. Again you will go to the condition part. 4 is less than equal to 5, right? Condition is true, again you will move inside the body, you will print 4 on the output screen, and you will say ki, hey, I is equal to I plus 1. That is 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, right? Again you will go to the condition. 5 is less than equal to 5. Condition is true, you will execute 5, that is you will print 5 on the output screen, and after that you will increment the value of I. That is 5 plus 1 is 6 here, and again the condition is checked, that is 6 is less than equal to 5. This time the condition is false. The moment condition is false, you will move out of the while loop. Okay, so since I have executed the code manually, that means I am getting the correct answer, and I have not written any wrong logic, right everyone? I have not written any wrong logic, so I am getting the correct answer here, right? Anyone has any doubt in the dry run table? And please guys, if you are beginner or if you are at the intermediate level, always after writing the code, always try to dry run the code. Okay, always try to dry run the code, then you will get the clear understanding, and this is the main step to build your problem solving skills. Okay, so this is a very basic step, but this is a very important step also, right everyone? If you are dry running the code, then only you can build the problem solving skills, right? So let's run that code, right? Yeah. And most of the time people like don't run the code. Okay, they either write the code on the IDE, they run the code. If they are getting any error, what they do, they go to the Google or they go to the YouTube and they see the solution and they copy and paste the solution, right? Most of the time, that's why they are not able to build the problem solving skills. And this is a very important point. Okay, if you are dry running the code, each code that you are writing, then you can see the improvement after 1 month. You will see the improvement in yourself. Okay, so let's do that part. Okay, while.java. So what I will do here, mm, this one, this one, and till that time, if you have any doubt, please write in the chat. Okay, here let's write a variable, that is int I is equal to 1. After that, while I is less than equal to 5, right? And after that, here I will write system dot out dot println, and here what I will write, I will write I, and after that I will update the value of I, that is I is equal to I plus 1. Let's run the code, let's see whether I am getting the correct answer or not, right? Terminal, oh, sorry, terminal is already there here, right? So here Java C, right? And after that we have while, and after that dot Java here, right? Dot Java here. So compiled successfully, let's run the code, right? Java while dot while. Okay, so here you can see we are getting the correct answer, that is 1 to 5, right? What is in? Per where in I have written? What in? Okay, till that this point everyone is clear. Next line. Okay, if you have to take next line, okay, like you are asking about that sc dot next line. So if you have to take some string value from the buffer, if you have to convert the buffer value to the string value, you can use next line. Okay, what is SOP? Okay, SOP, like I'm writing that system.out.println. Okay, in short I have written SOP. Okay, okay, this ln here, println. Okay, you can use print also. Print means you are printing on the same line. If you are using ln here, that means you are printing on the, like after printing first you will move to the next line. Okay, so that will be the println. Okay, yeah, anyone has any doubt till this point, please write in the chat. Anything you have to ask? Okay, so this is all about today's session. Okay, like we are left with one more thing, like it is already 9:20, and I don't want to extend the session more. So I have given the assignment. You will get the assignment in the link. Let's discuss that assignment all apart also, right? And the remaining thing we will be discussing in the next session. Okay, so here, mm, so in the description you can see the description, right? From the description, first let's see the attendance part. So go to the link, and here do the sign up. After doing the sign up, yeah, after doing the sign up, you will get this interface, right? And you will get this interface, and after getting this interface, here what you can do, you can mark the attendance, right? So in order to mark the attendance, click on the attendance button link. From here, you can rate the session if you're liking the session. Okay, everyone. After that, if you are interested in a 6-month Let's Upgrade program, okay, this program will be the full stack web development program and the full stack data science program. So we are having this program going on. And in order to get the details of this program, you can go to the below link, and from here you can click on the link in order to get the more detail, right? In order to get the USP of the program, here you can see the USP, right? You can read the USP of the program. That is, our session will be 100% live. We are making a lot of interesting projects. That is this one: Amazon clone, Instagram clone, and Netflix IMD clone, Naukri.com clone, and there are a lot of other steps. Okay, using the front end, in the front end department we are using React.js, okay, and in the backend department we are using Node.js, okay, everyone. And apart from that, in order to first make the basics strong, we are first learning about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, right? So in the database department, we are using MongoDB and MySQL also, right? So we will be making these many projects, and here you can see the trainers that is having more than 5 years of experience in the industry, and they will share you the, like, you will get the code from anywhere else, right? But the main thing is what you have to write the structured code, right, with less time complexity and less space complexity, right? And your code should be very much like, should be less complex, and at the same time it should not be repetitive one, right? You're not writing the same condition again and again, right? So we will be discussing each and everything in this full stack program. And in order to get the more detail of the program, you can download the curriculum from here. And apart from that, if you have any doubt, you can mail us on support@letsupgrade.in. Similarly, we have one more program that is going on, that is our data science program. And here we are having the discussion on the machine learning, okay, data science. We are filtering the data, okay. After filtering the data, we are making a lot of great project, that is face recognition, okay. You are able to like write a code, you will get the code on the GitHub, but in order to get the accurate prediction, like that is, if I am if I am in the front of the camera, right? So you have to be the accurate guess, right? You have to be like more accurate at the guess part, right? So we will be learning in this program, right? That is a data science program. So we are making Spotify music recommender, right? And this gesture recognition and Twitter sentimental analysis. So these are the basics one, and we are having the more one also. In order to get the details, you can download the curriculum here, right? And apart from that, if you want, like if you are interested in our course and anything, what you can do, here you can see the discount also, right? That is going on right now. So you can take the benefit of this one. You can click on this one, and you can get the, you can use this link here, right? That is this referral link to get to avail this gifts, okay. Sorry, not discount, that this gifts here, right? So these are the listed gifts, that is MacBook Air, Apple Watch, okay. So if you are recommending the, if you are referring your program, like if you are referring this full stack data science program or full stack web development program to your friends or anyone, okay, according to your referrals, you will get the these many gifts, okay, everyone. And let's move to the next part, that is we are here, right? So if you are interested in our program, you can click on yes or no. And after that, if you need any recommendation, anything you have, please write in the, like, please select that part, okay, and submit your attendance here. So I have successfully submitted the attendance, okay, it is not showing, right? So I don't have GitHub link. What type of project I need to upload? Can you share an example video? Okay, language means Java. Sir, in which language we build a clone? Perv, we are using React JS for the front end part, okay, and we are using JavaScript, like the Node.js for the backend part. Okay, so we are making the clone in that thing. Okay, what type of project I need to upload? Where you have to upload that on the GitHub. So basically, in order to get the assignment one, right? Let's see the assignment one also, right? Most of the time, I click on the assignment part and let's see whether it is okay here. Guys, I'm not getting the assignment link, but you will get the assignment link here, right? You will get the assignment link. What you have to do, you have to write the solution. After writing the solution, create account on the GitHub. Okay. After creating account on the GitHub, now I don't know about anything about GitHub. So what I will do, I will go to the net. Okay, I will go to the Google Chrome here, and on the Google Chrome, I will write ki, hey, how to upload code, okay, on GitHub, like this. The moment I will write like this, here you can see a lot of link, right? Adding locally hosted, okay, adding a file to a repository, right? How to upload code on GitHub. Here you can see this link, right? So from here you can see from here, right? So you can follow these steps. Okay, try to explore that part by your own, right? So if you are like, if anyone is spoon feeding you, then it is like you're not learning anything new, right? The more you will try to do Google search, the more you will try to learn, the more you will get the understanding, right? So try to learn by yourself, right? That part can't see any assignment. Okay, you're not able to see any assignment. Okay, I will talk to the management and I will see. Like we have uploaded that part. Please try to see again. Okay, after the session, we will try to again upload that part. Okay. Anyone has any doubt apart from this, guys? What type of project? Okay. Anything else apart from assignment? And yeah, you have the doubt of the this certificate also, right? So in order to get the certificate, like your attendance, mark the attendance on a daily basis. Okay, and after that, if your attendance percentage here is more than 50%, you will get the certificate. Okay, so can I get your more? Chandru, like it is not possible. You can contact like you can contact us on scale@letsupgrade.in, and if you have any doubt, please like send a mail to that letsupgrade.in, and from there I will like, if it is possible to clear that doubt, I will try to clear that doubt. Okay. Yeah. So any online compiler link to assignment? No, try to like create a file. Okay, try to upload that file itself, not the compiler link. Okay. Okay, yeah. So if anyone is not getting the assignment link or like not able to get the assignment button or anything else, try to reload the page and try to do the same. Okay. Thank you, Chandru. Thank you everyone for attending the session. And yeah, and have a great night. Okay, we will meet tomorrow with the new agenda, that is our left for loop and while loop, and we will take some more complex statement and we will try to solve that problem statement. Okay, so basically, sir, any project, what okay, so the project I'm thinking is of like I have two options, so that options I will discuss tomorrow. Okay, so I will give you two choices and you have to choose one, which project I should make. Okay, so according to that we will try to make that project. Okay, so yeah, time duration of the tomorrow session, again it will start from 8 and it will go till 9:30. Okay, most probably, because yesterday we are not able to complete that session, so that's why I have to exceed 20 minutes extra, right? Yeah. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining the session. Okay, have a great night. Yeah. Assignment time duration, Chandru, like try to submit the assignment on time. Yeah, it is simple question, you will get the answer, right? Yeah. Project music player. Okay, for project music player I have to take a different session, Farooq. Okay, where like I have to start from the React scratch. Okay, and there I have to tell that part, right? If you want the front end clone or if you want the back end part, right? For that thing. So it is like it is not a 1 hour or 2 hour like a session, right? You have to give 3 to 4 hours, right? For that thing. Yeah. But in the future, if it is possible from our side, we will try to take one session on the this part, right? That is your music player clone or some other clone, right? And you can check our playlist also, right? Go to the Let's Upgrade this YouTube site, and from there YouTube channel, and from there you can get what all we have discussed till now, right? Basically, Farooq, what you can do is like Java is what for Java. Okay, you are using Java for the backend one, right? For the front end to show anything on the UI, you have to use HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right? So for that, we have some framework to do our task is right. We have Angular, we have React JS, okay, we have Next.js. So with the help of that, we do that part, right? The front end part. Here you can see this site, right? This is the front end site, right? And if I will show you the code of this site, here you can see the code also in the element here, right? If you will open this part, yeah, this one. So here you can see everything is written in HTML and CSS part, right? Yeah. So here you can see Java programming as essential is written, right? And for that, we have to take a different session. So if it is possible, I will try to take that one, right? After the session, you will see the assignment one, right? If you're not able to see the assignment, please mail us on support@letsupgrade.in, or I will talk to the management after the session, okay? Will you provide 100 guarantee placement, sir? Yeah, like you can say 100% placement guarantee we provide. Like we will build you, okay? We will build you like you are there, and we will be like making you understand each and everything from the scratch, right? Why to use HTML, why to use JavaScript, and when and where to use CSS part, right? And after that, you are enough to crack each and every interview, okay? Either the interview provided by us, okay, that is coming from our Let's Upgrade team, or if you are applying for if you are applying somewhere else, you will be able to clear that part, right? Will not make, sir, we will not make any game in this. We have one option, okay, that is a game project, and one more option we have, like we will be enclosing that one in the next session, okay everyone. So thank you everyone for joining the session. Hope you have enjoyed the session, okay everyone. Yeah. If we don't know how to do programming, then also we can Vansh, if you don't know, yeah, that is the main agenda of our Let's Upgrade, right? Okay. Yeah, so basically, Vansh, and the main agenda of Let's Upgrade is what? You are starting from the scratch, right? So if you don't know anything, like if you are like complete beginner, if you have not used any laptop like for programming, okay, so we are starting from that stage, okay, and we will be making you the expert in the full stack department, in the backend or in the front end department, okay. So after, and we are discussing about the interview questions also, right? What, like there are 50 to 100 interview questions in the front end part or in the back end part or in the DSA, okay, any there are 100 to 150 questions each, okay. And if you know that questions, like most of the time in most of the company they ask those questions itself, okay. So if you have given 100 of interview, like I have given 70 to 80, or like most like 100, okay, like it is more than 100 interview I have given, so I know like what question they can ask in the Java, or what question they can ask in the DSA, or what question they can ask in the front end department, right? So like, so they, those who are having 7 to 8 year of experience, they have given like 100 to 200 of interview, right? So they know like what questions they are asking. So we will be like knowing that part. So according to that, we will build you, right? Yeah. So any other question? No, right? So thank you everyone, right? Yeah, great.